This is a video that's going to help you with multiplying fractions. Now when you multiply fractions, it's not the same as adding or subtracting fractions where you need to get a common denominator. Instead, when you multiply fractions, you just multiply the top and you multiply the bottom. Before I multiply the top and multiply the bottom though, I like to reduce the fractions. That way I don't have such large numbers to multiply, and I also don't have large numbers to reduce after I multiply them. Let's show you how that works. The first problem, I have negative 9/20 times negative 25/27. So what I do to reduce these is I look for pairs of numbers, but the pairs have to be specific. One of the numbers has to be on top and the other number has to be on bottom. If I look at my 9 and my 27, both 9 and 27 are divisible by 9. So I'm going to take 9 and 27 and divide those both by 9 and replace them. 9 divided by 9 is going to be 1, and 27 divided by 9 is going to be 3. My other pair of numbers that I have are 20 and 25. And again, I can reduce them because one of the numbers is on top and the other number is on the bottom. 20 and 25 both have a common factor of 5. So I'll divide both of those numbers by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4, and 25 divided by 5 is 5. So now I just multiply the top and I multiply the bottom. 1 times 5 is going to be 5, and I divide that by 4 times 3, which is 12. The last thing I have to do for this problem is to decide if it's going to be positive or negative. Since I'm multiplying a negative fraction by a negative fraction, the signs are the same. So my answer has to be positive. So the answer for the first problem is 5/12. Let's try that with the next problem. Again, I look for pairs of numbers, but one of the numbers has to be on top and the other number has to be on the bottom. When I look at this, I have 14 and 8. Both of those two numbers are even, so I can divide both of those numbers by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now, my other pair of numbers is 9 and 15. And both of those numbers are divisible by 3, and one of the numbers is on top and the other number is on the bottom. So let's take 9 divided by 3 and get 3, and 15 divided by 3 and get 5. Now I just multiply the top and I multiply the bottom. 7 times 5 is 35, and I divide that by 3 times 4, which is 12. To decide the sign, I'm multiplying a positive fraction by a negative fraction, so the signs are different. When the signs are different when I multiply, my answer is negative. So the answer for this is negative 35/12. The only problem with this answer is it is an improper fraction, so I have to change that back to a mixed number. The way I do that is I ask how many times does 12 go into 35? Well, 1 12 is 12, 2 12s is 24, and 3 12s is 36. So 12 goes into 35 2 full times, and then I have 11 remaining 12ths. Since my first answer was negative, this answer is going to be negative also. So the answer for this problem is negative 2 and 11/12.